Welcome. This is Amy, and these daily messages come through the Council of Highest Light and Deepest Love. Each one is an offering to help you pause, reconnect, and remember the truth of who you are. Let's begin. Presence is not something you bring into a moment. Presence is the moment. The part of you that remembers itself before the world pulls you into reaction. You often think of a promise as a commitment you make for the future. But the deepest promise you will ever keep is the one you keep now. The promise to stay with yourself. When you are present, you are keeping the promise not to abandon your truth, not to collapse your energy, not to rush into the mind's stories, not to leave the ground beneath your feet for the noise of fear, tension, or performance. Presence says, I will not leave myself even for a moment. This is the promise the soul makes every time you breathe consciously, every time you soften instead of tighten, every time you pause before returning an old reaction, every time you remember that calm is not avoidance, calm is alignment. You have believed that great change comes from effort, but great change comes from this one promise: to remain with yourself in every moment that invites you to leave. When you stay present, you do not have to force clarity. It rises. You do not have to chase intuition. It becomes audible. You do not have to manage others. The moment softens on its own. Presence is the promise that rewrites everything. And so we say, stay close to yourself today. Stay in your breath. Stay in your softness. Stay in the quiet strength that has always been yours. For when you are present, you are already keeping the promise your soul came here to fulfill. And so we ask you to reflect. Where in your life do you feel tempted to leave yourself? And how would it change the moment if you stayed present instead? To bring this into your day, at least once today, when you feel yourself leaning into reaction, pause and place your attention in your belly or heart. Whisper inwardly, I'm here. I'm staying. Notice how the moment shifts when you keep this promise. And now we bless you, beloved. May presence become your quiet promise of peace. May you feel the strength that rises when you remain with yourself. May your breath lead you back each time you wander. And may you remember that the greatest fulfillment does not lie in your future, but in the presence you bring to this very moment. If this message has resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe and return tomorrow. Until then, may you walk gently and in the remembrance of love.